All right, let's skip the basics and dive straight into the mechanics of execution scope estimation in autonomous agents. If you're building LLMs for complex engineering workflows, you already know the pain point. Frontier models can crush incredibly hard problems, but they completely fail to recognize when a task is trivial. Today, we're dissecting the mathematical framework that actually solves this. Starting with Section 1. Agent cognitive redundancy formalized. We are going to mathematically pin down the exact deviation between what an agent actually costs to run versus the theoretical minimum effort the task required. We're moving way past generic efficiency tips and rigorously quantifying wasted compute at the trajectory level.
Meet the Agent Cognitive Redundancy Ratio, or ACRR. This is our core diagnostic. It takes that highly subjective feeling of an agent overthinking and turns it into a hard per-task metric normalized against an Oracle baseline. The math is simple but powerful. Actual cost minus minimum cost, all divided by that minimum cost. So, an ACRR of 0, that's your optimally lean execution. But if your agent hits an ACRR of 4, you've just mathematically quantified a massive 400% redundancy in execution effort.
This brings us to a stark operational contrast. On one hand, we have the highly inefficient maximum context first baseline. This approach exhaustively hoovers up all possible context before acting, trying to eliminate every conceivable risk up front, but man, does it cost you in tokens and latency. On the flip side, we have minimum sufficient execution. This executes the absolute least cost trajectory needed to hit your success target. It is aggressively bounded by the actual necessity of the edit, no extra fluff.
Moving to Section 2, the E3 framework architecture. To actually algorithmically enforce this minimum sufficient execution, researchers engineered the E3 framework, entirely replacing those standard monolithic read-reason-act loops that are just bleeding compute in current agents.
So how does it actually work? E3 runs on 3 strict phases: estimate, execute, and expand. First up, estimate. The agent figures out an initial operating point based on how hard the task looks. Next, execute. It runs the minimum viable path sized exactly to that estimate. And finally, expand. It only triggers progressive context expansion if verifying that initial execution fails. Think of it like a Newton-Raphson power flow solver. It uses a flat start estimate to keep things stable, scaling up computation incrementally and strictly when verification fails, rather than just assuming maximum complexity right out of the gate. Section 3 covers MSE-Bench performance and ablations. The researchers threw E3 into MSE-Bench against some seriously strong adaptive and maximum context baselines. This is a capability invariant simulator, meaning it isolates trajectory redundancy from the raw intelligence of the model, giving us a perfectly uncontaminated look at execution efficiency. And the data gives us this absolutely staggering metric: 85%. When measured against the maximum context first baseline, E3 slashes scalar execution cost by 85%. And here's the kicker. It does this while maintaining a flawless 100% task success rate. It doesn't trade accuracy for speed, it literally just vaporizes computational waste. At the exact same time, E3 drives down the number of fully inspected files by 92%. It brutally cuts out irrelevant context loading, keeping the context window incredibly pristine and laser-focused on necessary parameters only. This data totally validates the core operational thesis. If we track mean ACR by task level, look at Level 1 local tasks. The maximum context approach hits a frankly absurd ACR of over 20. Meanwhile, E3 stays under 1. As we move up to Level 2 and Level 3, that baseline redundancy shrinks. This mathematically proves that redundancy under standard max context paradigms actually scales inversely with difficulty. You are literally bleeding the most compute on the absolute simplest tasks. E3 neutralizes this across the board. Let's isolate a Level 1 microtask to see exactly where this efficiency happens. If you look at the strong adaptive retrieval baseline, it still pays a hefty tax to fully read retrieved files, inspecting one file and burning over 500 tokens. But check out E3. It pulls 0 irrelevant files into context. It uses just 248 tokens with a scalar cost of 9.51, hovering right near that mathematical Oracle minimum of 6.00. That is crazy efficient. Ablation studies brilliantly prove why this specific architecture is necessary. If you rip out the expand stage, success drops from 100% to 85.1%, immediately failing all deceptive Level 3 tasks because the agent can't recover if it underestimates the scope. On the flip side, removing the estimate stage keeps that 100% success rate but inflates your scalar cost by 20%.
The takeaway is absolute. Estimation aggressively cuts your cost, while progressive expansion is the safety net that makes your optimistic initial parameters computationally safe.
Moving to Section 4, Real-World LLM Case Validation. To completely strip away any simulation bias, the research drops E3 onto a live deployment. We're talking a GPT-4o agent editing the physical, open-source Python Tama library using real PyTest acceptance graders in the loop.
Tracking raw GPT-4o tokens gives us definitive proof. Sure, frontier models naturally moderate their reading a bit compared to dumb simulated baselines, but E3 is still quantitatively the leanest, fastest policy across live engineering tasks. Just look at the Level 2 comment decoder task. E3 saves tens of thousands of tokens simply by predicting the scope accurately before it dives headfirst into the repo.
Now, the dynamics of overreading on live LLMs carry a terminal operational tax. A frontier model naturally inspects 1 to 4 files. But throw a deceptive Level 3 refactoring task at it, and the token cost explodes by an order of magnitude, pushing up to 350,000 tokens. Crucially, heavy reading trajectories on these Level 3 tasks reliably exhaust step budgets, hit provider rate limits, and just outright fail. Overcautious agents are literally dying on complex refactors because they run out of budget. E3's minimal trajectory, though, it consistently survives and completes all non-throttled runs.
The researchers position this framework as a cornerstone of engineering-grounded AI, or EGAI. The idea is to anchor an agent's effort directly in the physical, model-based procedural reality of the task, rather than letting it rely on unconstrained, brute-force context windows. It's about applying hard engineering disciplines like structural task heuristics and verifiability straight into artificial reasoning.
So I'll leave you with a final, provocative thought. As we relentlessly push the limits of frontier models, how will structured initial operating points and progressive expansion frameworks fundamentally alter the architecture of next-generation effort routing models? Think about how enforcing this solver-like minimum sufficient execution will reshape our trajectory toward fully autonomous, hyper-efficient systems. Because honestly, the future belongs to models that know exactly when not to think.